Hello and welcome to this video tutorial brought to you by tutvid.com. Today we're going to take a look at how to really quickly create a decent looking black and white photograph. Now this is a method I like to use if I'm just scrolling through my photos and I find a photo that maybe I'm thinking about converting it to a black and white. I try just a quick grayscale conversion I don't really like, and I want to try taking it a step further. You know, I might do this, or if I'm batch processing a bunch of images to just quickly convert a lot of maybe personal photos to black and white. I don't want to go into each one and, you know, edit using the channel mixer or edit using a black and white adjustment layer to convert to black and white. This is just a very, very quick way to create a decent looking black and white image. So how do we do it? Well, the first thing I like to do is hold down my Alt or Option key, double click your background layer to unbackground it, and I'm going to hit Command or Control J to duplicate that layer. The next thing, there's going to be a bunch of hotkeys here because I'm not really going to use very much in the way of any dialog boxes at all, as a matter of fact. Control Shift or Command Shift U to desaturate that layer. So we've got one desaturated layer and one layer that is not desaturated. I'm actually going to duplicate this layer, Command or Control J, just one more time, and I'm going to shut it off just so we can compare just a straight desaturation like that, and then this one, which is going to have a bit more contrast. So I'm going to select this layer, and I'm going to select blend modes, and I'm going to choose the soft light blend mode, and you can see that it really just adds a bunch of contrast to the original image, just like that. Matter of fact, you can try other blend modes to see if there's something else you like. I find that I tend to like soft light, but it really depends on the image. Sometimes it looks pretty bad, but for the most part it looks pretty decent. So next, I'm going to select both of these images and hit Command or Control E. By the way, I selected both of those images by just selecting one layer and holding down the Control key on the Mac, that would be Command, and selecting another layer, or you can use the Shift key as well to just click and select multiple layers. I'm going to hit Command or Control E to merge them together, and you can see that it is still a color image. But what I want to do now is hit Command or Control Shift U again to desaturate this image. And you can see this is my final finished product. If I turn the other layer on, you can see this was the black and white I had before. It's got much less contrast. You can see a little bit more in the foreground, but it's not quite as punchy as this black and white. And you can see it really does not take much time at all. Once you know how to do this, you can go in and literally in seconds have a decent black and white image. Now, it's not particularly my recommended way to convert to black and whites, but if time is pressing, if let's say you want to batch process a bunch of images and just get decent black and whites, this is definitely a great way to go. But if you want a really good black and white, I urge you to check out the channel mixer, or my absolute most favorite way to convert black and whites is with the black and white adjustment layer, and or in the camera raw dialog box. There's some pretty great tools there for converting an image to black and white. But for a very quick black and white, this is a great method to use. So really simple, really easy to do, and that's it. That's how you create a simple black and white. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll learn something. Please go check out the site. That's www.tutvid.com. Thanks for watching.